I do think in general terms they do a very good job. That's good.
Yeah, absolutely right, Jill. It was a great example last night in Peter's game against Taufik. 20 all in the third set. Taufik leads the shuttle at the back, and there's a fraction, an absolute fraction, and the match is won or lost on those sorts of calls. So they are under pressure, these lines people, as volunteers.
Oh yes, that's nice. Finds the line. Malaysian fans delight in that. Kept it so flat over the net. Terrific.
I mean, we're already starting to see this is going to be a real tough mental and physical battle here. Peter's match last night was an extremely long match, but he must have taken confidence from being able to finish such a close match. But he's going to be tested to the limit physically here by Chong Wei, who is one of the great athletes in the world today.
258 kilometres an hour. It's about 161 miles per hour. That is extraordinary. What a drop shot. Jumping back in court. And so his body weight was going back, and yet he still had the racket head control to play the most glorious drop shot. That is sensational. So 4 straight points from the Malaysian to lose the mid-game into the lowest possible margins.
Han kan ikke rigtig komme ind og slå de der smash længere. Men du skal sørge for at komme langt frem, for der kommer ikke en farlig
said that playing at the net would be key.
Der hvor de kommer til hjørnerne, det er fra forbanen.
He's absolutely right. I can't remember Lee Chong Wei playing one at the net at the moment.
No, I think it's going to be a big area of this game. I'm sure Misvin's mentioned that to Chong Wei in the break, that the danger with Peter, if Peter can get control of the net, he'll be able to control the tempo of the match. Whereas Lee Chong Wei will be wanting a slightly higher tempo match to try and impose a more physical type of game.
(11-10). Play.
What a good net return. Good aggression, isn't it? Very good.
It's very, very good. Very, very good early net reply there. Winning time with the attack, and then great variety and great angles with the attack to finish.
61 major international titles these two have won between them. It's phenomenal, isn't it? Peter Gator, 35 titles.
The 100th All England has really pulled everybody out. This is actually technically the strongest tournament that we've seen in the world of badminton since the Beijing Games. Every one of the top world ranked players is here this week, and it's the first time everybody's been together in a tournament since those Olympic Games.
Oh, that is superb, isn't it? Do Do you think that against a player like Lee Chong-wei, perhaps Peter Gator is in danger of overplaying the cross-court angles? Because he's really looking for it now, isn't he? I mean, he really anticipated that one.
Yeah, but I think there's a fine line for Peter. He's got to use a lot of variety. If he doesn't, Lee Chong-wei will just sit back and be able to defend and keep the rallies going. Peter's really got to take one or two calculated risks here.
How does he do that? That's unbelievable. It's fantastic.
14-11.
Well, that's why he's the world's best player at the moment. I mean, he's got great touch from everywhere. Everybody talks about his physicality, but technically as well, he can produce any shot from any position on the court.
Yes, and I think that not only that, I think that perhaps myself and others, and especially myself, was a little bit critical of him about 3 or 4 years ago. I thought he was a bit passive in his style of play. He used to just sit back and wait to react whatever his opponent was doing. I think he's got a new dimension to his game. Working with Misbah Sidek, he's now able to inject pace of movement and pace of shot.
Yes, I think he's got such respect for Misbah. He's more than just a coach to him. He's a real mentor, and they've got a very, very strong relationship. And when things are going wrong for Lee Chong-wei, you'll see him looking to Misbah and Misbah calming him down. It's a very, 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 very positive relationship that they have.
Well, you see, he's so eager to really put pressure on the net that Peter Gator now is struggling with those net shots. And as you say, that's the vital part of Gator's game.
Yes, I think that's been the change since the coach, and I'm sure Misbah was talking to Chong-wei about not letting Peter get early on the net, and we're seeing Chong-wei get in a little bit earlier and really starting to compete for that net control, and that's been the difference since the break.
No. That's just unbelievable.
But there again, whereas in the first, up until the coaching break, Lee Chong-wei was happy to just lift out after Peter was playing net. Now he's competing, playing the second net shot and not giving them Peter control of the net.
Look how he had to let that come out of the spin, out of the tumble, and therefore he was taking it so late. And as you've rightly pointed out, he now has that touch and control. No, hasn't that changed? You're right, since the mid-game interval. Didn't have any winners at the net prior to that.
Service over. 12-17.
You see that little run of 6 points, that's the sort of thing that I think that now Lee Chong-wei has added to his game. Suddenly the intensity for 6 rallies, and it's made a phenomenal difference to the game. 17-12 up now.
As a young player, he certainly had the tendency to go through phases of matches where he would be very, very passive. And I'm sure they've worked a lot on that. And he's now much more proactive in the choices that he makes in the middle of the sets.
Gator having to work so hard for that rally.
And again there we're seeing a lot more exchanges at the net.
17.
1 net, 2 nets. Real fight now going on to who can get control of the front court.